Oh my God, I do. And I'm not proud of it. I'm just honest. Even my husband, everybody, like, it's human nature. You can only take so much. He does not mean this. This is his communication. No one knows what they're doing, and it's not because they're a bad parent. This is uncharted territory. And so being honest, transparent, and existing, and then, finding humor and still having a personality and an identity through this, that's what helps me to control my anger. Because he's trying, and so am I. I have thrown myself into the dark abyss of autism, and sometimes I go back and I stay there for quite a while, and everybody can get lost there. Super easy to do, but also very suffocating, debilitating, and hard to get out of. But once you get out of that rut, you have this different perspective. You have this outside visual where you're like, we're going to make a difference. Because I'm not saying the world's going to change in my lifetime. I'm not gullible. I know how everything works, especially in the United States. The anger is mostly a knee-jerk reaction. You and I have been taught in a neurotypical family setting that hitting is wrong. This is their communication. So again, whenever you're from two different worlds, your anger exists because you can't communicate, just like he can't. And that's where we have a breakdown. That's my baby. Gosh, that's my baby forever. But now that I'm in this position, I think the hardest and most saddest thing would be to know I'm going to pass and my baby has no communication. Sometimes when Styler hits me, my knee-jerk reaction is just to push him. Let me explain to you how he can get so aggressive and how scary it can be for me. As a knee-jerk reaction, it's to push him away, which is a stiff arm. And usually when I do it, it's at his head because that's what he leads with. And I have all my fingers erect, my arm is fully stiff out, and he will go so hard into it. My thumb will accidentally push into his eye. Happen to you or I, we would feel that and be like, pull back instead of pushing forward. He does not. Isn't that fucking crazy? There are so many times he will gouge out his own eye to get at me. He's 6. Again, I was actually sitting in this couch and he came at me. And I put out my appendages, including my leg. And when I did, he continued to come at me. That my foot, which was also in a shoe, he would ram it in so hard, and I'm strong, so I have my leg extended and locked. I'm like just keeping him at a safe distance. He had the footprint of the shoe on his face. And the whole time he's doing this, he's screaming, he's red. It's like he's not there. And so when people ask, do you lash out? I do, but it's mostly out of fear at this point, not anger. In the beginning, it was anger, because you're brought up, you know better. We don't hit people. But here's the thing. I can't hit him and then say no hitting. It's all so complex. None of this is black and white. So I want to remind all parents, allow yourself grace. You're doing your best. I know you love your child. I love my child. Even when we're on our knees praying, begging God for a different journey, we would pick them over and over and over again for eternity. That's just it. I lash out and I have my heartbreak and I feel guilty and it's rinse and repeat. But can I tell you, since I started being here and sharing, I don't feel alone at all. And I think about the parents back in the days who didn't have what we have. They're the OGs. I'm changing the game for you. I got you, mama and daddy.